Good day guys, welcome back to Don's Graphics Design. In this tutorial I will be showing you how to design a stand-up comedy night flyer on your Pixellab application. The link to get all the resources I will be using for this tutorial is on the video description, so please check it out on the video description and you will get all the resources that I will be using for this particular tutorial. And if you are coming across our channel for the first time, please kindly subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you are always informed whenever we bring new content. Thank you guys so much. So we are going to begin right away, and the size for this is just this square size, so it's okay using this, but I'm going to proceed to delete this text because I don't need it. After deleting the text, go to background setting here, click on this, then you choose from gallery. Now I have this party image with me here, and like I said, I will leave the link to get this image on the video description so you can get it from there. So I'm going to click on the square size so that we have a square for our background, but then I'm going to push it up a little, then I click on the check mark. So this is our background. So the next thing we are going to do here is to bring in a tone paper element. So I'm going to click on this import button to bring in the tone paper. So this is it. And one thing I forgot mentioning is, after designing this flyer here, we are going to go to our PSCC Touch application to add a lens flare to the design. So if you are one designer out there that always face a problem of adding a lens flare to make your design pop up, this is just a nice tutorial for you, so please kindly watch to the end. So after bringing in this tone paper, we are going to click on color to change the color of the tone paper to white so that we can have it to be white. Now rotate it a little, increase it in size this way, stretch it out, and let's make it even bigger. Let's increase it in size again. Great. So want something like this. Now after achieving this, what we're going to do next is to go to layer and we'll lock it up. Remember, this is a stand-up comedy night flyer, so we're going to bring in a microphone. So here is the mic. I removed the background using photo room. So this is the microphone. I'm just going to increase it in size a bit, then slant it or rotate it a little like this, and tap to back. So we're going to send it to back. Then we'll push it down a little and go to color filter. Click on color filter. Now let's increase the hue to about 140. So 140 is okay. Then you go to layer, let's shift it up a little, and you go to layer and lock it up as well. Now after locking it up like this, what we need to do now is to write some text. So we're going to click on the A, which stands for all your text on Pixellab, to write the first text. So this program is sponsored by Frenzy Concepts. So Frenzy Concepts present. Let's put it all in capital letters. Then we're going to go to font now, and I'm going to search for this font called Cabin Bold. So it's a nice bold font. Then we reduce the size, and after reducing the size, come to spacing and space it out to about 50, but then compress the paragraph to make it 2 lines. Then you come to alignment, click on alignment and use a middle alignment for this text. so that we have a middle alignment. So after achieving that, come back to your relative position and position it to the middle. Then you use position button to send it up. So our frenzy concepts presents. So what is happening now? We need to bring in the event in question. So we're going to click here on text again to add a new text. So we have stand up. First of all, we're going to write stand. After writing stand, come to font, and I'm going to use Monganite bold. So I will increase the size of this stand considerably, and after increasing the size so well, I'll go to shadow. Since the background has a lot of light, it is just so important to add some shadow to this text. So I'm going to click on shadow and enable a shadow. Then we increase the blur radius of the shadow to about 40. Now after achieving this, let's copy this text. So just copy the text in order to maintain the same font and the same text editing that we have already done. So we're going to copy this, double tap now to edit it back and write up. So it's stand up. Then we are going to position it like so, and after positioning it this way, we're going now to bring in another paper element. So we're going to click on import, so this is the torn paper I want us to use here. I'm going to crop it out, and this is just it. So what I'm going to do here is to send this to back so that it falls to the back of the first text. Then I'm going to rotate it a little, and after rotating it, what we're going to do now is to go to text, click on text, double tap to add a new text. So we're going to write comedy night. So it's stand up comedy night. So we need to lock up the torn paper element. Then I have this text with me, but I'm going to change the color of the text to black. Please, as you follow the tutorial, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and to turn on your notification bell so that you are not left out whenever we bring new content. Thank you so much. So we're going to change the color of this into something much better, and I'm going to use the same cabin bold. So we're to use a font called cabin bold, but then let's reduce the size and go to your spacing, and you space it out to about 25. So we're going to slant this also, rotate it as well a little. So we have stand up comedy night. Great. Now we need to bring in the details for this event. So when is it happening? Who are those who are to be performing? So right away I'm going to copy this text, but then before I copy the text, let's write the artist. So I'm going to put a new text, and we have featuring, and I put it in black color. After putting it in black, let me go to font. I'm going to use a font here called the Gabriel font. Why I'm mentioning these font names is for you to easily download it yourself if you want. So this is the program. We will be having some comedians. So I'm copying this text now, double tap to put the name. So we have Jojo and Tony. So these are two guys who will definitely be available for this stand-up comedy night. So we are going to undo rotation for this text. Remember, we had rotated the text, so we are going to align it now, but then let's reduce the size a bit. Then go to spacing and undo the spacing of the text. Then you use your position button to arrange everything so that it falls on the same line. So we're featuring Jojo and Tony. Now, where is this event happening and when is it happening? So we're going to copy this text, double tap to write July in capital letters, but then let's reduce the size of this. Then we change the color to black, and let's go to shadow and undo the shadow. So we have July. Then we're going to copy it as well, so let's reduce it a bit again. Great. Now let's reduce the size, copy the text and write July 8th. So the program comes up this Saturday, so it's July 8th. Now we are going to align this text here properly with the July. So it's July 8th. Good. Now let's try sending them down. Okay, so it's July 8th. And what are the events that will be happening as far as this event is concerned? So we have, first of all, doors will be opened at 8 p.m. Sometimes my keyboard is crazy, guys. So we have doors open at 8 p.m. and we change the color of this to black. Now we go to fonts and use the Rockford Sans Light font for this text. Then we can reduce the size and position it here. So let's reduce the size further to just about 25. So doors open at 8 p.m. and we copy, and there will be free parking. So these are the details for the event. Free parking. Now let's copy the text, and we have $15 for entry. Okay, good. So I think we need to group all of these text together and try to send them down a bit. So we're going to go to layer, then we click here and select all the text including the doors open, and try to find a way to centralize them just down here like so. Good. Then where is this event happening? So we're going to copy this and look for the venue of the event. So we're going to copy this text and write the venue. So it's at City Plus Nightclub. So we can position that here. And we have to copy the text again and put the inquiry hotline. So let's put the inquiry hotline. So inquiries should come through +237 650 98 97 23. So this is the hotline for any inquiries, if there are any. Okay, so we're going to go back to layer now to make sure that this text aligns with this here. So this is very important. And so we're going to select the doors open, free parking, and $15 for entry. Then we try to shift them down a bit so that everything is clumped up. Perfect. Now after achieving that, select this text also, the featuring and the DJs or the comedians that will be performing for this event. We are going to go to layer also to select them and send it down as well. So let's send it down a little, and I think this is okay. So Frenzy Concept presents stand-up comedy night July 8th featuring Jojo and Tony, and those will open at 8 p.m. There will be free parking, $15 for entry, and of course this program will be live at the City Plus nightclub. So this is just okay for the flyer, but then we're going to add some lens flare here on our PSCC Touch application now to bring more light or more beauty to the flyer. But then we need to save the flyer first of all. Save your work. And after saving your work, proceed to the PSCC Touch application. Then you click here to add a file. So we're going to go to the folder of our Pixellab designs where we have our designs. So I'm going to click here. Then I search through to look for that particular design that we're just from doing. So that's exactly what I want to do now. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, to like this particular tutorial, and to share it out, guys. So we're going to choose, this is the flyer, and I'm going to add it now. Now in order to add a lens flare, you need to click here on this add button. Then you click on the add menu. Then you go back to your photo layer, photo library, and let's look for the folder. Again, I downloaded the lens flare on Pixellab, so I'm going to go to paint to get this lens flare. I downloaded the lens flare on Pinterest, sorry. Now after bringing it, click on this check mark first of all. Then I would love you to click here Then you click on transform. Let's increase the size of it a little. Then transform helps you to move the lens flare to the position that you want. And after achieving that, click on this FX. Then you click on this blur. So let's first of all blur the edges of the lens flare to about 60 degrees. Then you click back on this check mark, and after clicking back on it, in order to blend it or to make the impact of the lens flare visible, we are going to click now on this layer panel. Then we click here, and you can see there is opacity, and of course there is blend mode. So for now the blend mode is on normal. We're going to be changing and seeing the impact. So darken did not work, multiply did not work, lighten did not work that way. We want something that is brighter, screen is better. Okay, so I think linear dodge is good for this. So depending on the lens flare and depending on the design, different blending modes are okay. So I think here the linear dodge mode is fine. So we're going now to click back on this layer button, and we're going to click now on transform in order to control. So as you can see, this is it now. We're going to increase it in size. So just increase it in size and position it here so that it casts this brightness on the microphone and the headset. So this is just okay. We are going to click now on the check mark since we are satisfied with this, and what we're going to do is to click on done, because we are done adding the lens flare. So you can click on save, and it's saving. Now in order to download the design, click on this arrow button, then you take save on gallery and select the design. So this is the design. As you can see, there are other designs which I added lens flare on. So I'm going to click on this, then I click OK. I've selected this design that were just from editing, then I click OK, and it's saved to my gallery. Let's check if that is true. So I'm going to go back now to my photo gallery, and wow, this is our design, guys. So this is just how you can design a stand-up comedy night flyer on your Pixellab application. Then you add a lens flare on it using the PSCC Photoshop application on your Android smartphone. I believe we have all learned one or two things in this particular tutorial, and please don't forget to like the tutorial and to share it out. Drop your comments on what you think or any other tutorial that you wish we bring to you. It was so nice learning with you guys. I hope to be seeing you in my next tutorial, but as you go, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, for it encourages us a lot to bring in new and other amazing design tips and tutorials. We love you all. Stay blessed.